Hey everybody, Kaye here on the homestead in Tennessee. Well, you haven't seen me out and about for a while, and it took about 6 weeks to get over that cold. Anyway, I was in another place where I was able to get a good recommendation for a helper, and he's looking for extra work. He has a regular job at the mill, the cedar mill. And so when I was at the cedar mill, I asked a couple of very nice guys that worked there, one of which had been there for 24 years. So I figured he had a good idea of somebody's character and so forth. And so they recommended this man to me, and he came today. And we'll see how we can work it with winter. I mean, come on, it's winter, and I don't expect anybody to be working here when it's under 32 degrees. It was 32 by 9:30. He was here at 9, and it was actually very nice, you know, when you're working. I think I was maybe, yeah, my undershirt is damp. I was sweating. Why was I sweating? He was supposed to do all the work, right? Anyway, let me tell you what happened. There's more onions down here, look. Boy, that soil looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah? There's clay.
Yes.
It's clay.
Everyone is here.
You see? In Spanish.
Lodo?
Clay.
Lodo?
Logo?
Lodo?
Logo?
Yeah.
It's like clay. Right. Bricks. Okay, so, yeah, just go around the sides and then, yeah, make it level. I finally made a decision after much debate, asking various gardeners for their opinion. Patty, Patricia, Daryl, I don't know who else I asked. Danny at Deep South had said you can never get rid of nutgrass, meaning, I guess, coming up from the ground, but also I think birds drop it in. At any rate, I finally decided what to do about the raised beds, because they had been rebuilt, most of them, and before it got really cold, and I wanted to get as many as I could just ready for spring, just done, so that the snow, the rain, whatever, and all I got to do is just stick plants in the spring. And so the decision was made, I made this decision, since half of the dirt was already out of the bed, you know, because these 4 on this front side were reduced 2 feet of the width, from 6 by 8 to 4 by 8. The dirt all along the sides of all the beds had to be removed, and there's a big pile of dirt in front of each one. Jack and I got one of them done the other day before I decided that I absolutely had to use weed cloth at the lowest point, which is what we did today. I rolled them twice and then stapled them. I was going to sew it, but that would just take forever. And so I thought, well, I just used my stapler that I got at my first job about 40-something years ago. And I still have it. And it's from, I got it from the United States Senate. And I guarantee you that stapler was made in the US. Anyway, it still works. How many cheap staplers have you bought in the last 10 years that you've chucked in about a year? Yeah, I know. I've had a few of those too, but I still have this one. And it worked pretty well. Put a shovel full. Or bring that wood first. Mario, bring that wood. Yeah, put that at the bottom. I don't have much. I thought there was more. It needs to be flat. It's an effort because I had to piece the weed cloth together. This is supposed to be extreme. It's actually not fabric. It's that other stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I had a roll of it, okay? And I said, use what you have, Kaye. Don't go buy more stuff. Just use it. So I decided to use it, and it was only 4 feet wide. So I had to piece it together in order to go over the edges and down across the bottom, which is pretty deep now because they're 8 inches taller, and go up the whole side and over on the ends as well. No gaps anywhere. A weed has to go either through it, which I suppose is possible, although it's not a woven fabric, it's a, it's a manufactured spun something or other. The weed would have to go all the way up the side. We stapled here and down here. So the fabric goes between 6 and 8 to 10 inches over the edge and stapled. This doesn't work. I don't know what the... Hey, if you see any weeds, the process was, I wanted to tell you what I put in the bed, how I prepared the bed. Okay. He got all of the dirt out to the bottom. And we put the weed cloth in, put some rotted wood that, was in there before, put that rotted wood back on the very bottom, and then put all the soil that was beside the bed in the bed. Use the rake, the metal rake, to get all the roots out. And then we went down to the big manure pile, which I've recovered 3 times now from all this wind. I don't know. It's impossible. Okay, I'll drive up. And you want to leave this down here? I have another one up there. Or you can use a shovel up there.
Probably the shovel.
Okay. So
Yes.
you leave this here?
Yeah.
You have to walk up though.
Yes, fine.
I'm sorry. I don't want to risk your life. And we did 2 loads of manure, and then he put 2 to 3 inches of manure on the top of the prepared soil. Yeah, you've got 2 inches there, right? Those? Yeah, all over, right? It's all over, right?
Yeah,
Good.
it's also look.
Good. 2 inches of manure will be great. Okay, let me get some amendments and then we'll put the leaves on.
Oh, pour it more. I don't know. Look.
Yeah? It's good.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I wanted to use, I have a great video. If you haven't seen it, you really should see it. I don't think a lot of people saw this, but it's called A Condominium for Microbes. And we shot this at my friend Daryl's house, and he explained how you can supercharge charcoal in a number of ways. But you can also put smaller pieces in either your compost or right in your raised beds and charge it over winter, and it will become like a condominium for microbes. And you may see a difference in the growth of your plants. That's what I'm hoping. So you have to buy 100% wood charcoal. And I already had a bag and a half of that. So I was going to get him to smash it with a sledgehammer, which would have meant that you had to do that on your knees, right? But he had a better idea to do it with a 4-foot 2x4. And he just stood up and smashed it all into small pieces. That looks good.
It's good.
Yeah, that's small enough. Yeah. But yeah, this is good. Yeah. Good. That's good. Okay.
Like this.
Yeah, that's good. All around. And spread it on the top of the manure, and then over the winter that's going to go down with the rain and the snow and all of that. It's going to work its way down and start picking up microbes. And I also had him dress the beds with blood meal, bone meal, azomite, and my ground up eggshells for calcium, which I have a lot. Okay? Uh-huh. We'll do that for everyone. Just mix those together. That's bone meal, blood meal, and azomite. And then I'm going to put, this is crushed eggshells. Hold your breath. Okay. And then he put crushed leaves that we'd already crushed. Jack had put on the other bed. He just transferred those over. So we topped it off with the crushed leaves. Okay. And then just for extra protection, because cats love to dig in stuff, not just cats, I put just a layer of the nylon fencing over the top to discourage. Just go just to the edge. I'm going to get my scissors and we're going to staple that. Oh, you got the stapler. Yeah, you can staple this side.
That side?
Yeah. Okay, now I've got 2. This is the one that I just salvaged the onions out of the bed, and this is the one I had under a frost blanket. These I started from cutting the onion and just saving the roots and the top of it, the bottom of it, and planting it. And these I actually dug up and replanted. You may recall my video where I salvaged the celery from one of the raised beds that was, excavated. And I put three, one larger, one medium, and one small celery in there. And that's been under a double layer frost blanket all this time. But this coming week it's going to be single digits, so it's going to have to go in somewhere. So 2 are completely done, and we managed to get that topsoil left over from 21 that never got used. That tarp has blown off 10 times. And then he took the dust from where he smashed the charcoal and he scattered that on the flower bed, because the flower bed was already prepared with all of the above and topped off with hay, but I hadn't put charcoal. So that's that. So that's what went into that's how I'm preparing the beds this year, with charcoal, azomite, blood meal, bone meal, the good soil, and the horse manure, and the crushed leaves, and the netting on top to protect it. So I hope that was of interest. If you have questions or better suggestions, leave them below. We still have at least 3 to do. And now we're running into really cold weather I think most of the country is going to get hit for the next 9 days. So I won't see him for a while. But he seemed happy. I was very happy. So I'm sure he'll be back. Thank you so much for watching. And hey, please subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to click the drop-down box and check all, because many people complain that they don't get their notifications. So make sure you check that box. And I look forward to seeing you on my live stream Sunday at 3 p.m. 1 hour earlier. It was requested, and we're going to try it just for February and March. And then the days are longer and it's a whole different ball game. So thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to you being on my channel, watching my channel, following my channel, being inspired. I hope to inspire you. I'm on a 9+ acre property in Tennessee after a tiny urban garden. That was the beginning of my gardening life. And now I'm doing a whole new thing, trying to be self-sustainable and self-sufficient. So hopefully that can inspire you, and I will see you in the next video.